What up, family? It's your boy Amaru. I know it's been a minute, but I figured with this 3-day Labor Day weekend just finishing up, I'm going to be fully in my teacher cave and completely gone. So I decided, let's get a end of the summer best movies video out before I fully go back to school.
These teachers have to put up with your kids for an entire year. And all you guys gotta say, I don't want to buy the pencils. Buy the pencils.
Some guidelines. 1, this is a list comprising of movies that came out from May to the end of August. So, this is a post-snap list. I really hope you got that reference.
I do. I understood that reference.
That was your hint if you didn't. So, if you don't see that movie, please don't tell me anything. 2, I also don't remember the ratings I gave to movies in my other videos or in my written reviews. That's kind of just, at the moment, what I'm thinking. So if you look through the list and say, hey, wait a second, you gave this a 7 and that a 6.5, I don't remember. Let me be. And 3, this is not a comprehensive list of every single movie that came out from May to August. I am one man. I did not see every movie. I mean, there were some I wanted to see, just couldn't get around to it, like 8th grade. There were some I never even considered seeing, like The Meg. And then there was also movies that apparently had Daniel from Insecure doing some sword fighting and kung fu.
Well, to the no.
Yeah, so this is my top 5 movies that came out this summer. But first,
some people reached the peak, others thought, you know what? This is high enough. You remember that song, We Are the Champions? Well, this is the B-side. I call it Honorable Mention.
some honorable mentions here that would have been on the top 10 if I made a top 10 list, but I'm tired. So, yeah. First off, we got 2 movies that hurt my heart to not put in the top 5, but Deadpool 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, leaned a little bit too heavily on the comedy, trying to capture the heart from the originals, but still really entertaining. Next, a couple of comedies that actually went in and made me laugh hard, in Tag and Uncle Drew. Lastly, which really went back and forth with number 5 on my list, was a movie I didn't do a video for, but wrote up a lot about in Crazy Rich Asians. It took me back to Notting Hill, and I love Notting Hill. Love Notting Hill. So Crazy Rich Asians would probably be number 6 on the list, but for this one, it's another honorable mention. Now, the actual top 5 list.
5.
We're starting off the list with BlacKkKlansman. Now, when choosing between this and Crazy Rich Asians, I was fighting between Crazy Rich Asians making me feel really good and BlacKkKlansman punching me in the gut. But if I was being objective, BlacKkKlansman is the better movie. It's one of the best Spike Lee joints in a really long time, and John David Washington upstaged his daddy this summer. Don't you ever forget
Pauletta Washington.
And Paul, thank you. And
Who
Pauletta
was
Washington.
earning more money than he was before they got married. She was on Broadway working. She paid for the first date. She paid the bill, paid the cab ride. So, a classically trained pianist, went to Juilliard. She's a great artist in her own right, and I learned a lot from her.
Don't you leave out Pauletta. Please don't.
4.
Next up, we got my surprise hit for the summer, an Upgrade. Discount Tom Hardy finally was able to shed this moniker after Spider-Man Homecoming and introduce Logan Marshall Green to the world in this really gritty, funny, action-packed sci-fi thriller that plot was predictable but gave you enough twists and turns to make you enthralled and intrigued and laughing at people getting things stuck in their head. It was pretty gritty. Yeah, but I loved it. I loved it.
3.
Right in the middle of this list is the prequel to Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, skydiving from a space station all the way to Earth, making sure he doesn't burn up. It's just Tom Cruise being his really old but fun-loving self in Mission Impossible 6, and just continuing to show why Ethan Hunt and Mission Impossible is gone completely skyrocketed since that John Woo debacle. And also, it gave us a reason to understand why Mustache Gate happened in Justice League, because you needed that mustache on Henry Cavill's face for his role. That pretty handsome face. I mean, he's Superman. Mission Impossible 6, number 3.
2.
My second best movie of the summer is a movie that we waited so long for, and we're so happy for. Never do Cars again. Give us Incredibles 3 within like 2 years, please. It made my 14-year-old self cry. It made this 29-year-old cry. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Might even be, no, it is the second best superhero movie of, since April. Since Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 was amazing. Funny. Can we get a Jack Raccoon spinoff? Can we just do that now, please? Please.
1.
My number one movie of the summer is so Bay Area. More Bay Area than Marshawn Lynch stealing an injury cart and ghost riding it through Memorial Stadium at UC Berkeley.
Wham Boston on one high, off that motion, window down, be out of it. Damn that boy high, he out of it. Is in teeth gritting and grinding, ice in his mouth, you know he big time.
It's more Yay Area than an E40. It is the town through and through, and it just had a message we needed to see in this day and age. Blindspotting. Blindspotting might fight for the movie of the year. Daveed Diggs, Rafael Casal just created a completely authentic, heartwarming, heart-wrenching, funny, sad, just everything we needed, and it didn't beat you over the head with it. It encapsulated everything they wanted to say in just this story of this guy and his friends just trying to make it and survive the last days of parole, and you're laughing at everything that's wrong with the justice system, but how we get through it. Blindspotting is amazing, and if you have not seen that movie, you need to go see it. Please go read the review I put on it, and then go see it. Go see it. Just go see it. Go see Blindspotting. Please. It is the best movie of the summer. Kinda hands down. Alright, family, that was my top 5 movies of the summer. Tell me what you thought in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, like button. Go to my RuViews website. See my written reviews for the full stories of each one I mentioned. And y'all have a great rest of 2018. I'm gonna go cry in my classroom now. Bye.